Rocky Road area where the deceased Phillip Barrera also lived. Dwayne Moody has a report of the brazen broad daylight incident.
Police are looking for a Rocky Road Jump Street man to assist with their investigation into the shooting death of a Belize City youth on Thursday afternoon. Just before 2 o'clock in downtown Albert Street, in a broad daylight incident, at least 2 men rode up on separate bicycles and entered booth 11 at the commercial center in Market Square. But it wasn't to purchase or to trade in their jewelry at Kefon's pawn shop. Their intent was to rob the business establishment at gunpoint.
Police was called out to sometime after 2 p.m. to a pawn shop and a commercial center on Regent Street. And whilst there, they saw the lifeless body of a male person identified as Anthony Phillip Barrera, lying on the floor inside the business place.
According to surveillance video from inside the pawn shop, the female assistant and her boss were held up at gunpoint by 20-year-old Anthony Phillip Barrera, while his accomplice would place a bag on the counter, demanding that they hand over the cash and jewelry. In response, the general manager then pulled out his licensed 9mm pistol and fired off 6 shots, 4 of which caught Barrera, killing him on the spot.
Shortly after this demand was made, the owner of the business pulled out his licensed 9mm pistol and fired several shots, 4 of which caught Anthony Barrera, who is now deceased.
Are you all aware of where all the alleged perpetrator of the robbery was shot?
We know that they received a shot to the left cheek and 2 to the left leg.
Now, is there an indication of, was he shot after being on the ground? Was the first shot to the face? I know there's security video as well.
Yeah, there's nothing to indicate that he was shot after he fell to the ground.
But was the use of force by the general manager justifiable?
It appears to be the case of a property owner or a business owner defending his own well-being and his property. But at the same time, with that number of shots fired, are you looking into that as a justifiable use of lethal force?
We are investigating this matter, and as soon as we conclude the investigation, the file will be sent over to the DPP for further directive.
The other guy that was in there, what happened to him? We understand that it was a total of 3 persons and not 2.
Our investigation so far have revealed 2, and we are in search of the second person. The police respond based on a 911 call, and the second person is someone that we know who the second person are at this point in time.
Mr. Dawson, was any firearm retrieved from the scene?
Yes, firearm was retrieved from the scene.
What type?
It's a 9mm pistol.
Was it loaded and functioning?
Yes, it had rounds in the magazine. Functioning is another story. I can't say if it was functioning. We didn't fire it.
A second alleged robber, identified as a resident of Rocky Road Jump Street area, is being sought by the police. Dwayne Moody for News 5.
2 9mm pistols.